All right, this is Blood X, and we are at CoastCon 2022, CoastCon number 44, if I remember correctly. And we have with us a very esteemed author, Miss Jen Mulvihill, or as Mulvihill. See, Mulvihill. I'm terrible at this. Or as some fans of her works know, J.L. Mulvihill. So I'm going to go and turn it over to Q, our co-host with us today, and that way he can start off with the wonderful questions.
I was supposed to have questions. I just like hanging out with Jen.
I'm not like hanging out with you.
Well, if you don't know of Miss Jen Mulvihill, she is a fine auteur. And I might have used that wrong. I don't care. And what we would like to do is tell them a little bit about what you got going on, especially given that we had 2.5 years we didn't get to see you.
I know, it's been a long time. Well, as you know, I write young adult, and I have 2 series, the Steel Root series, and I have the Elsie Lynn Chronicles. And I have also been writing some thrillers, and I wrote a screenplay, so I have an award for a short screenplay that I wrote.
Oh, I didn't know about
Yeah, I guess I forgot to tell you about that one. Yeah.
Hi there, Miss Screenplay Writer. How are you doing?
Yes, it's called. I forgot what it's called now. It's called Sand Mermaids. And anyway, and then I have been doing a talk show. It's On the Page, and it's with Geeky Side TV. And I interview esteemed people like Sherilyn Kenyon and Nevada Barr and film directors, actors, other authors, find out what makes everybody tick, see if there's a secret that I don't know to life or in everything.
He does that for us. He catches authors and actors and harasses them until they come on the show.
Yeah, during the pandemic, we had no conventions. So basically, I was like, well, we got to talk to somebody. So I did a lot of hunting down and trying to find authors, which we had several voice actors as well come on our show. But I am so glad to be back in the convention scene. First time on the other side. I've been normally the guys walking and going, ooh, I know that person. I read their books. So it's really good to be able to sit down and talk to someone and actually kind of, like you said, see what makes them tick and see what makes them special. So thank you very much for coming out. But I do have to ask, you had mentioned something earlier that someone had asked you, but how do you write your intimate scenes in your books? Because we never finished the conversation. I'm really kind of curious what the answer to that was.
Okay,
Like, do you pull from experience?
let me just tell you about. I'm a young adult author. There are no intimate scenes. That was the joke. So a good friend of mine, Kimberly Richardson, she has intimate scenes in her books, and she likes to take me to her panels. And then she asked me that very question, and we start laughing because it's young adult. There's no intimate scenes. I mean, we're talking young adult. These are
Young adult.
These are teenagers.
Okay.
These are
Yeah.
there's a little hand holding and some snogging and like a flirting, but we don't have intimate scenes. So I'm not there yet.
You're not getting off the hook. Well, then how do you handle your romance and tension?
Snogging. Well, what you're getting at is experience, yes. I go off of prior experience. I think back in the day when I used to be a 15-year-old girl, because I was once.
That wasn't that long ago.
Oh, yeah, sure. And what it was like to snog.
There's nothing wrong with snogging when you're that age.
No, snogging is fine.
That's all I thought about.
Not me.
I don't remember much else. I think comic books, snogging, and Nintendo.
Yeah, well,
About it.
yeah. There's-
Not necessarily that order, though.
Snogging, Nintendo, snogging, comic books.
Yeah, that was about it, right?
Well, I mean, and if you look at the Harry Potter movies, there's a lot of snogging going on there. So
I like Ginny. She was a good match for Harry.
she was,
Yeah.
yes,
I agree.
yeah.
I'm glad it ended up with Hermione. I didn't think that would have worked. I'm glad it ended up going.
Oh, she's too bossy.
Spoilers.
She's way too bossy.
Oh, apparently I need to speak up. Well, it's good to know that you have these book series out, and especially your show. Now, the question, though, is where? Where do they find the books and the show and you physically if they want to come by and say hi?
Okay. Well, I'm in the dealer room physically, or you can find me kind of running around, hanging out with people like this. Okay, as far as the show, it's on Geeky Side TV, which you can find on Roku or Was that Fire Stick? Yeah, I couldn't think of it. Firefly, I don't know. Fire Stick. But the show has gone to YouTube now on Dark Oak Media, so you can find it there as well. And then we'll be starting the new series shortly, and so I'm going to do a lineup pretty soon for that. As far as the books, look under J.L. Mulvihill or 7 Star Press or Dark Oak Media or Amazon, Barnes & Noble's, Literary Underworld has my books. They're everywhere. Just Google me. I mean, I'm everywhere. You can't Google me and not find me.
Well, look at her. You dropped the mic after that like I'm everywhere.
Just Google me.
Yeah, she's not that hard to find. Well, we can also tell you that Ms. Mulvihill is an absolute delight to meet. So if you get a chance, you got to stop by her table, and just have a talk with her. She does panels telling people about writing. Sometimes the advice is good. No, I'm kidding. The advice is always good. And just absolute pleasure. She is one of the reasons Dicejunkies is still around because, she's one of those people that said, you guys need to keep doing this because, like y'all earlier conversation, we struggled for a while, like at double-digit members. And then we kept going, and then all of a sudden, they started jumping. And then I finally said, the hardest-working person I know in the world is Blood Axe. Blood Axe, will you please come over here and do work because this other little beanie mother... I mean, my lovely business partner, Zeno, we need some help. And then he got us over the last hump. But you were the one that motivated us when I was sometimes going like, I don't think this is working. So thank you.
Everyone about Dicejunkies. Totally. It's on my webpage, as a matter of fact. There's a link on my webpage.
Well, sorry, you got something?
Big fan.
I was impressive that you actually... I was just impressed that you would include a link of Dicejunkies on your webpage, which is absolutely fantastic. And
Me too.
and I'm becoming a big fan of yours. I've just met her for the first time this weekend, and she's always been a pleasure to talk to. And I'm really excited to be sitting next to her tomorrow when we will have another panel. So stay tuned for that. We'll have it on Twitch and YouTube. So this is not going to be the last time we've talked to Ms. Mulvihill during this convention. So look forward to having some more content soon.
Well, Ms. Mulvihill, we love having you.
Thank you so much. I enjoy being here. Thank you.
And we will leave it at that because you will get to see more of Ms. Mulvihill with her being one of the only panels we're even going to be covering, just so you understand her level of status. Don't tell the Rob Serio about that.
Oh
Don't tell him. But so you will get to see that, and prepare to see more of us tomorrow.
Just a player.